Guys, welcome back to the session. Let's think about the next join us. Please improve good evening. Hello. Guys, wait for a few minutes. So let's join the session. We start with our topics like when functions, we covered it this time functions as well as, and after that the session we will complete the classes and the function of classes which we have. For the next session, we have many new things, that points, which is the advanced version. So we have covered the normal basic points of Python in the whole session. Right now, you mentioned when we completed the classes, and after the classes, we made up normal questions. We solve the normal questions regarding this. We will take one platform in which we will code that thing, and we will also have we will also try to do it in another system also. But when I am giving you a test type questions in Sunday time, at that time I have decided one test type question for you and giving you one platform regarding which you have to made your idea over there, and after that you code the problem. You have a limited. Okay, my voice is not clear. I think now it is clear. Voice is not clear. Um, my net is. Is it fine? Am I not? I am not audible, Lakshmi, or I am audible. Am I or not? Okay. So your voice is breaking. So not at all clear. Oh, wait a minute. Let me check. Okay. Right now it's audible and clear also. I think so. Okay. So I think at the time there is a noise over there, na? So let's wait a few minutes more, 1 2 minutes for the students. Let's then we'll continue regarding this topics like function. Right now it is clear, na? Actually there's a noise fan, so that's a problem. We have decided to create one normal test after completing of that whole classes and function. We will definitely give you one test schedule of Sunday for the Sunday of the weekend, uh, and at that time we will help you to how you will doing the coding in the advanced platforms of online for platforms regarding that. So I think we will start it within a few seconds. So for the today topic, we will cover it a while loop, and as well as we will cover it that one a function. Is it in the previous session we have completed? I think the for loop. If anyone have any doubt regarding that, you can simply ask, because this is a main basic thing for other function as well as looping of anything. So if you have any doubt or you missed that class, you can easily get that data over there. So okay, so basic thing that it few minutes more. Okay, let's start. I'm sharing my screen. I think, is it clear to all of you? Is it clear? I think, let me check. Yeah, I think this is fine right now. No? Screen as well as my sound also. So let's start with this topic. Good evening, Tesh. Yeah, okay. So let's come to the point. We have covered it as if for else I think, and we have covered it many things. A range, we have covered a range, we have covered a normal one function. In for loop, we have not using indexing, but indexing way we have used iteration over there. So actually, we have also used the break concept, and right now we will definitely use with the pass concept as well as the continue concept. So for starting with that point of view, can anyone explain me what is a loop? If I am saying that, I am asking you that what is a loop? So how you will define that thing, guys? Am I audible? Guys, I'm audible, then please explain what is loop. Loop is something or repeated. Print all the element of a list is a loop. Okay, I have defined you one definition also regarding that, but I do not get the point regarding that, which I am telling you that at the timeline the loop, what is loop, no one have any said about regarding this. It is used for it. I'm asking a normal thing in normal way. If I am asking you that what is loop, so which thing you have to tell me right now? Okay, so let's start with this topic. I will tell you what is loop regarding that also. So start for today topic. For today topic, we have made a one function, and what is function? We have defined you regarding this. Let's take one example. Okay, so when we take one example regarding this, okay, what do you mean function? A function is like a something which contain the body part. Like for example, if you are defining something, like I'm saying that I'm performing something in the code, like I am using a one and I want to plus something, and I want to minus something, and after that I will display that function, this function, and after that I want that two numbers in the production also, and after that I will want the two number as a division also. So at the time I want to separate that modules in a different manner, so they will not get conflict over there, or they will not get giving you some error over there. So like when we are using we define Python, basically in other language we use a normal thing, data type, and then type the name. After that any name you want to type, and after this when you type this thing, you will have giving a body. Or in some other languages like scripting languages, we have to define that in this function, and after that we have giving a name, and after giving a name we have defined this like this, and also giving the body same thing. Let's come to the Python. Python have different syntax regarding this, but the common concept is over there is normal. Like for example, if I am using a def means which define the function, define something, define, and the main thing is that the name of body, and the main thing is that a bracket. A bracket is defined. This is a function because the round brackets itself says when you have giving a round bracket, that means you are giving a function bracket over there. So the function bracket is like something which define themselves at that time. So I will use this thing also. Otherwise, I will normally define this thing, and normally define this thing, and I will use a normal thing in the systematic manner. So like I will give a space which have means to certain things to connect with the some a given syntax. So like I am using a plus b over here, and after that I want to print something. I want to print hello, but right now I'm printing something. So hello. Okay, so in this I want to print hello, but in another function I want to do something something new. Like I want some of two numbers. So let's make another function define and giving our name. Name like I'm giving something, some name like this. I will give this name, and after that. The basic thing is that I'm passing one thing near over here is equal to 10, and b is equal to 20. So when I am passing this, I want to print the sum. Okay. Everything we will done in the same the line and same code. Why we are defining a function? What is the purpose? Why we are taking that thing in any languages? So basic thing is that when we print something and we want to something, or at the same time we want something new. So if the line of code is more like for example, if you're coding in a more lengthy way, or you have a project over there, you have a 6,000 above that line of code in one file. At that time you want to define that thing, because when you define something you have breaking some structure over there. Like separately you can divide that thing. They will help you to identify where the problem is going on, or whether that function that thing is running or not, or they have given you many things. So they will separate that thing. Like if I have 100 rupees, I want that 100 rupees divided into a among 8 students, and that 8 students or 4 students. So at the time I will give you 25 for the 4 students. So I will prefer to give a name, like I am giving that 25 rupees and one person, so I give that name. So that time I am doing that thing, I have a one thing over there, I have given that thing to that one. So I will not give another person charge of that money to that student. So that's why we have separating something, so we will get the output data according to us, and it's help the coder to reduce their time in the error, finding the error and other things. So I hope you got the point why we are using the function. and what is the advantage of the function. Let's run this code. Okay, right now you said that I think in your mind there is one question, but when we are using a function, the line of code will be increases. Okay, that's a good question. But if you think about that, if I am dividing, like for example, let me take one example. With this, I have copy the whole code, and after that, I will paste over here. I will type one, but this time I want a product, and same thing I will do in another file. No, not in the file. I will simply do over here. So you will get what I want to defining in the function. Let me print plus, or I'm right now I am removing this thing and this thing also. So I have run the code right now and I will get the output. Okay, so let's wait a minute. I got 200, I got 30. Okay, wait a minute. Why this body is not running? Why again I cannot get output? So this is an advantage in the function. When you are doing something, it only work when you want to call that thing. So you have divided some certain modules which will define, which will follow your instruction over there. And at the time, if you're not calling that, it cannot consume the space as well as your time. So that time when you are compiling this thing, that's mean they will help you and they will grow you, and the LOC will be reduces over there. I think that's clear to everyone. Is it clear? Good evening, Vijay. Okay. So let's talk to the functions type. How many type of function did you have? And in Python, how many types of things? Someone asking regarding that one question over there. They want to ask what is the return function and what is the advantage of calling the function over there. So let's take that thing also. First of all, we have four type of function in any language. So let's I will give you one beautiful example regarding this, which a minute I will remove this one, and I want to call only one function. Like for example, I want to call normally, because the body get over here over in the function have the body which have over in the print. After that we have not written any statement like Deepika we have also, and Deepika one also we have also, but at the time when we are using something, we want to call that thing. Like example, I am saying that I have a 4 students which are doing very well, but what's the matter, what's a thing, I will explain. No, not for a normal thing. What's the problem is there for the all other students, remaining that all students. So when I am talking to that 4 students, so I will call that name and say that the 4 students are good in that event and that thing. But whenever I'm only saying that there are 4 students which are giving us that tip. So there is a difference between that. We specify something and we call that one, then the message will transfer at that function and that person only. So like that I want to call if I want to use any of one function. So let's call with this name, the function name. Like for example, I will call to Deepika and want only sum. So at that time I am calling a Deepika. So when I'm calling to Deepika, Deepika is calling in a global manner. So when the compiler came, compile not check this. They will directly call this thing. And after that, they check whether in the code there is a Deepika or not. Yeah, Deepika is there. So let's check and go to the body of the Deepika. So let's come to the body of Deepika function. And in this, we have declared A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 20. At that time, I will print the A plus B. So that's mean they will print that whole output. So run this code and we will got the output of sum of that one. So okay, we got on 30. So that's mean we are calling a right function over there. So that's a beautiful thing in the function which will help you to reduce your code, and main thing is that the space complexity when you are running some code over there. So let's take a type of how many type. So we have four type of functions. Wait a minute. One point is not considered over here. In the Python, we are calling anything in anywhere and they will get the data. But in C, in Java, we have a main function over there. At the time, we are calling that function in that body of main function, because when compiler came, the IDE came over there. They check the first of all check the main function, and after that, the whole thing will proceed in the which thing is in the main function. But why Python is not considering that thing? I'm explaining you that time when we are declaring something, we have a certain condition in the global manner. When we declare something, they will run first. Python do not have that type of concept. They directly call the function, but in the frameworks, when you are using something, we have a init function over there, which itself called first like a main function, or we will declare that thing, that type of thing main function. We will define that thing, we create that thing, but init function itself calls something itself. They have a main property of main function, but we are not using, because in Python the whole field is like a global. When you are calling something in the global manner, then it will definitely get all data over there. So let's come to the function type. We have four type function. First type of function, we have considered a normal function like we have a return type with argument. Did you see that when I am typing something and they will give you different colors, some words, because they are a specific keyword over there. Like for example, I will use the return type, means which type of data and which type of something is there in that one, that purpose of thing. Type this type of that, we have used this thing. When we use this, it cannot give you any color over there, but in some scripting language, also in Java, we have used when used this, they have a unique value and unique word over there. So wait a minute, I will check something. Okay, so let's see. That's good. So we have returning a type with argument this type. Okay, so we have a returning argument with sorry, we have a return type with argument. What does mean? This mean? So that mean we have considered in us, if you are in belonging to C background, any background, like I have used giving a name for the C, and the other languages in Python, in Java also we will declare that thing, but we are not declaring like this. But we declare like void. We have data type regarding that. So let's come to the C normal with the mother language C. So in C, we use this one. That means we have a return. Okay, if you have return type, that means you have something written back to the data, that function. So and we have with argument. What is argument? Basically argument is that thing which pass in the bracket of that function, or which are declaring as a global for the function, not a local. For not a global, but when you're fetching some data, it a type of if type of intermediate between a function and the that main file, which take the data and store in the variable, and you will get that data over there. So let pass like in int a comma int b. This time, when we are passing something, that means you have that two words, and we directly use. We do not want to declare this thing because we have declared over there. So this is something new for not something for new for you, but when in Python we have declared that one, we'll definitely get that thing. Okay, so I want to use the two arguments, a parameter. I will use over here and the sum that the two, like for example, if we call this function in the main and I am passing that value 10. So 10 come here over here, 10 come over here. After 10, we pass, it directly came over here, and you will getting that value. What is the main function for the what is the main value for the return? So we will return what thing we want to in out. We will get in the output. We want a sum, so we return the sums over there. And at the time, when we use void main, and in void main, our main function is calling over there. So when the main function is calling, you will definitely get one thing. I have called that function Amit. I'm passing the value 10 comma 10, and I am using that thing over here. Print sums. So when that function is calling the main, when the compiler compile, it come to the void main first, because the main function is the main thing in the whole compile and the code, and after that it will come in the body of that. In the body of that, we call the function Amit and passing two variables. So at the time when we passing two variable 10 10, it goes to the function, and the function have also two data types which get the data of that function. Yeah, that function is considered as true, because we have checking that thing with a parameter of a name as well as parameter and the features of that function. So we will talk about this later on also, but first of all, when pass that thing, we get the value, and after that we sum the over here. So in this over here, we got 20. We got a 20 in the sum, and return the sum. That means you returning a value to that function. You return that value to the function, and it will come over here. So that means this time this function is equal to sums, and you want to print directly over here. You print the sums. So that means the sum value coming over this function and get over here. So that means when you are having a return type with argument, this function is considered as your whole type of data. I think that's clear to everyone. What Deepika? Void Amit return sums. Yeah, it's returning you, it's giving you a value back to that function, because you are using a sum over there. You have any doubt regarding that? So we will compile that thing in the doubting session, and we will get back that topic over there. Don't worry about that. We will also that we will give you a practical coding over there also. So let's. I think everyone clear regarding this thing. Lakshmi said you have a return type without argument. Can void return sum? Okay, actually you have said that the void return sum. Okay. You have considered that thing syntax. I think in the compile time it gives you syntax error, but void mean a null thing, and you will consider in another language you will return that thing with the void also. Void means a whole a blank value over there, but in C and C++, if you have considered that, you will pass something over there like int float, so you will get the data over there. But if you are using another language, you will definitely get that thing. This is a normal syntax for the not I'm considering I'm not giving you the whole data of that C, but right now I am only explaining how the syntax are working over there. So let's come to the point of the topic. If you want, you can let me any data type you can use. But in Java, you will also use this one. So let's come to the second one. We have another function. We have return type out argument. At that time, we'll copy this whole code, but difference thing is that we only remove this one from here, and we will get back over there. So we will remove this also. If you want int, you want to use int also, you want to float, you can use, because it's I think in C many are saying right, but that thing is different. I'm only explaining you how you are defining any function regarding that. I'm not considering right now syntax. If I am right in syntax manner, then it will normal thing. So they, in this we have only changed. We have a return type, but we have considering without argument. So we have not passed anything in the bracket. So this time it's not giving any value. This time I will only also declare a variable. We want to declare this thing over here. 20, and we will create this one also. So at time we have some over there also, like the right here, and returning that same thing with the function, because we have called the function over here and we use that thing. So this is a new thing, not a new thing, this is a new thing for the function, because function is like something we will use. But why we are using that type of function, we will consider that thing later on. First we will define another type of function. Another type of function we have no we have not used. We have no return type without argument. So that means you have not, and you have not return, you have no return type over here, because in Python we use only def. Now at that time def automatically get the data, how which type of data type is this, it's returning something, it converted automatically, because the dynamic, I'm using the Python right now, so it's helped me to not understand or not get that type of error. But in other language they have giving you some such type of error. So let's take we will remove this one. But when we are not returning something, so how we get the data? We will itself print that thing over here. Right now we are not giving the data over here, because we are not returning that thing to the function. When we call the function, it directly came over here, and this void Amit itself give you output after running the code. So we will discuss, we will compile that all code in that documentation. But right now I'm explaining you right this. When you calling that Amit, it comes to the body of Amit, and Amit check, yeah, there's a two function, we sum that thing and print that thing. That's all. The function get over, because the body has there no statement over accepted. The sum, print sum. There's no other statement over there, so it will execute over there, and will give you the output. So let's come to the another type of function. We have number fourth function. We used different type of concept, like which we have right now. We have no return type, but with argument. Why we are passing the argument. So with argument, that's mean we are using the same concept, but right now function having argument, we pass the value from the main function. So like I'm again passing with the main function with this thing and remove this one because we have passing a variable over the function with this its name. So let's come to this point. Okay, that time when we are passing the word itself means with argument. That means you have function with have argument, and at the time if you have argument, you cannot declare the argument inside the body. But inside the body, you have declared that thing. That's not concerned. Do not take like a syntax error over there. No? So we also define this thing because we are using that one. But in Python, we are not declaring that thing. It automatically gets the data over there, the type over there. So when we use, we print that thing, and the data will come over here from the here, and the function 10 passes to the here. If we want to change the data, we use here for the print statement or the input statement. After that, when we get the data from the user, it you will place the variable over there. Like for example, if you are passing like in C++, if C in is there for A, and for the B we have passed in, that means the user will enter that one, and after that, like, or you have passed W and E. So you pass W comma E, that's mean W comma E, that's mean hashtag A is equal to right now W, get the value of W, and B is equal to that the value of E. So fourth method is that we have got it about that we have no written type with argument. So what is the advantage? What is the advantage in the Python, and what is the advantage in another language for that function? The function is in anywhere of that file, or you say that in any language. Because function is like a different thing. They have you to separate that one. I think you got the four types of function over here. Guys, if you got the thing, you can comment in the comment section, the chat session itself. Okay, wait a minute. The question is that on the website is that the argument should be any type. Yeah, you can pass arguments. Should you can pass argument regarding your requirement? You can pass, because if you want something, like for example, you have defining a variables. You want a four variable in your function, but you want to input. You have defined two variables in the function of that argument, like a passing an argument. At the time when you're passing the argument over there, that's mean you have also defining the same thing. You will define in the body of that thing, or you have defined in the argument. That's a not different thing. But if you're defining argument, you have passed that when you're calling the function, you have passed the data from there to that variables. Any other regardless? So if you do you have any question, you will give a comment over there. Otherwise, we will start that. Okay, I think my voice is lagging over there, no? So that's my small problem. But right now, I think now it's audible. My voice is audible right now. So if you have doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, we will start to the other topics regarding this. I think Priya, my voice is clear, no? Right now. We can proceed, sir. Okay, that's good. So one question from my side for all of you: why we are using a function, and what is the advantage of this type of function? Why we are not using a normal function? Why we are not directly used without argument, without argument, and with return without return type? Why we are considering a fourth type of function? What is the advantage of that fourth type of function? Can anyone explain and give me a difference between that? No, actually, I want to answer regarding this. Can anyone give me a difference between this? Why we are using that four type of functions instead of we can use a normal function over there. Like for example, if we pass without return type and without argument, that means it's helpful to me also to get some data easily. Why we are using a different type of. Okay, Gitanjali, making a code much easier. That's good. But why we are using different type of functions? Why you are not using a single type of function over there? You have defining a fourth type of function in the languages. Okay, let me tell you this regarding this. So compare the all four type of function with one example in a Python. So let's come to the point of that. Let's go to the code, and I think I will copy this code and give you to you also, because this will help you in the note. It will also help you regarding this. A minute. Okay, so let's take for one. We have taking one a new concept of that. We have passing a argument without argument and without return type. So when we are typing something, like for example, take our example of that. We have diff, and we define Amit, and Amit itself. I want to check something normal regarding this. Wait a minute. My function is. Okay, you have answered this question also. No? Yes, we choose a function type according to question. Function make code easy and we easily detect error. By using that, we will get what output we want exactly. Based on our requirement, we will use different functions. The output is good, but I want a difference in it. So let's take that advantage disadvantage regarding it. One thing I'm passing over here, what I'm passing something new. So when I'm passing something, so like example, I want to sum in a sum with this. I will make a for function, a for type, which we have getting the same thing, a sum. So let's take a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20, and sums is equal to 10 plus 20. Sorry, a plus b. I'm sorry for that. and the print is equal to uh, the whole sum, again comma the sums. And same thing, I will define that whole thing with Amit, which have passing a comma b. Okay, in C and other language we have declare variable, but right now in this also we do not want to declare anything. It automatically get the values. So let's remove this. Okay, so that thing also copy again. Let's paste this thing with return type. Remove this. Return. Sorry for that. Let's return sums. Subtraction. Okay. Without argument or return type. So only pass this thing. We will take that example in a easy way. So I have defined the one question with 4 function. So let's because I am running this code, we will do not get anything because we are calling something. We cannot get anything regarding this right now. But when we are calling any variable, when any function, it will work. So let's take one thing over there. Let's call the only Amit function. But when you're calling Amit, I think it will give you an error or not. No, it's not giving, and not giving you and such output also. Why it's not giving you output? So let's take a normal thing why they are, because I'm calling the function. Let's remove this because they have confused over here with this function, because this function has returning something and this function is because in Python when you are declaring something in above and when you are declaring something in that same thing in the another time, that they will consider the last one, not consider the first one. So let's remove this first and let's run the code, because right now they have not confused over here. So when we run, okay, it's give you an error. Amit miss uh, two required positions. Okay, same problem is happening because the same name is coming over here. Let's take one thing new, because we have replacing again and again. So let's change the names, so we will not get any errors regarding this. In Python, it's they also they are giving you this thing because most of the time when you are coding something in Python in another language, they have not replaced that function. They only did, get the if there is a function over there, they will get the value, otherwise they will give you nothing. But in Python it get replaced if the same function is coming over. Like if Amit is here, Amit is here, and at last everyone is Amit, so they will consider, not consider first, not consider second, it consider last one. So right now there, when I'm calling something, it's definitely give you right output because I have changed the name over there. Okay, the whole sum is 30. The whole sum 30. I got the output for the function. So let's come for the function. When we call the Amit goes to this function, and Amit come came. We have increasing a line of code because we declare a variable, we declare something, it within the body we have declaring a value also over, and we are saying that you are also performing the same thing. Okay, so they have want to perform that thing again. So I think you got the difference because this time the function have more load. They have not divided that thing. If you divided something, like for example, if you divided one whole module into some say normal functions, then it helps you to run faster, because the line of code is less over in the one body, that it will continue again a faster process. So you have got this thing why we have saying that for the replacement of this, we will define this thing. So let's run this also, but with a minute. Right now we have not passed something or not declaring something. but in the body of name we have passing this thing, this to body. So we will also giving the that out the data. Right now I am passing 20 and comma 30. So in 20 and 30 it's get over there. So line of code is decreasing over there, but with a minute it directly print your value over there. But what is the problem if I want that data in somewhere after that function? So how we get, because they have reducing the timeline of code and as well as the speed, but they have not a same value over there. If you want, say that I'm printing Amit first and then I want the data, but if I'm calling directly this thing, it will directly give you the function value over there, but it not print the Amit. But I want first run this and print Amit, and after that the output of this function. So they will get not get giving the data over there. So that thing, that a main thing, we will comes to the point of return time. So let's run this code also. After running this code you will get also a 50 over there, because we have passed the value over there, and in the value we have passed this thing right now 20. It's going to the A right now. Here A is giving a 20 value, and after that B is giving a 30 value. Okay, but if I will pass that this thing into a 0.380, and it will give you output. Yeah, because you directly in Python there are dynamic memory. It will on according to that it will convert it themselves and give you the whole output in the float value. So you got a 50.3. So if you're saying that Grija, at the time the which type of argument we will pass any type of argument. In Python itself we can pass anything because they will automatically get converted over there. But in other language you will define that thing which data type you are using. And when you are wait a minute. Okay, when you are doing something, like for example when you are giving a written type in another language, so that time you have defined the data type of the function according to that. I will explain this thing after that. First come to the point. After using this we got the disadvantage of this, now come to the point of this function. So let's come with the argument in the written type. Not first we call this one, okay, because they have a written type but they have not argument. So what's argument, what's disadvantage over there? Wait, I mean I am running this thing, you cannot get any data. Why? Because we have returning something. You do not get any data. You saw that you have not you not get any data over there. But why are not getting any data? So I want to print something. I want print hello, and then I want print the whole sum. And call that variable which is returning the value of that function, the sums. So run the code. You will okay. Something is going to happen. If we have not defined the sum, name sum is not defined. Why are giving you this type of error? So let's define that thing in a global one. Because if you are not defining that, you cannot call that thing. So let's define this thing and on the code. After in the code, you get the whole thing. The sum of whole function is 0. Why we get a 0? Because we have defined already the function, but in the return type, it's not giving you return thing. They are not giving you any return data over there. Why? Why in Python we are not using this thing? Why we are not getting that thing? So let's define this one as a global over here. So let's check whether they are you get the data over there or not. Yeah, we got the value. Why we are not getting the value over at the time? At the time we have defined sum within the body, but it's not a globally declare. So when we want the output regarding this we want to define it as a globally. So what is the advantage of this function, this type of function, returning type function without argument? They help you where you want to print the data. Like First I want to print hello, and then I want to print this thing. But you say that you will print that this thing into the function right here, and after that you print that value of sum. Why you are not doing it? Because at that time the same concept is coming over there in the first function. We have disadvantage of that. We have a multi-line of code over there, so the function itself get confused, or they have a load over there, so they will take more time to run that code, that thing. So reducing that thing, we are using the return function over there. So that's where you want, you can print that thing. Because hello world is not of this module, because this module give you some of that one, not giving you any variable. But you want the external or addition thing, so you do like this. So let's take with the other function. So other function itself help you regarding this two and some. This function is like a unique thing over here, because they have no disadvantage regarding that, because they consider themselves as a simple thing for the every function. They have a less number of line of code regarding to everyone. Here anything you have saw that you have a less number of things, and after that you have passing the value from the main function or the other function. From the other function you get the value from the other function. So at that time the load of this function is get very reduced, and the last function is a very unique thing for you with the return type and with return type as well as argument. That's a unique thing for the function. If you using that thing, your line of code get decreases over there, and it will help you to give you output as fast as possible. So let's run this code again, and after that you will get that thing over there. Okay, it's give you one argument. Okay, we have not passed argument, sorry for that. We want to pass argument because we have passing something. So right now it's get, it will give you the value. Okay, they gave you hello and a 17. I think you all got why we are using a return function, because many are asking me regarding this return function help where, and what is the calling of that function, what is the difference between both of them, and why you are using this thing. So that thing I think everyone get the point. If you have any doubt regarding this 4 point, I think you have clearing with the doubt of why we are using the different type of functions. If you have any doubt, you can ask. By using that, we will get the output we want exactly. Okay. So Gisha, you have deleted something. I think you want ask something regarding this, or you have got the all data. Is it clear? Okay, Gisha. So anyone have any questions? You can comment the chat box. Otherwise, you will see that we will continue regarding this topic more regarding the function, because we will define that thing with continue function. We will explain you what is the pass function, why we are using that thing, and what is the advantage we have doing like right now in Python. What is the advantage of functions you have doing right there? Okay, only 4 and 5 are active right now here, I think. What about the others? Only Gija and why would not neglect it without argument and without return time? Actually, Giza, if you say that, I am explaining you a normal function regarding that whole thing, how you can use the function. But this thing is a basic thing for all languages. So I am explaining you regarding this because if you are considering in any language, you will directly get what type of language is that because your concept is clear right now, right over there. So you have a question with why would not Python neglect it without argument and without return type? If you have neglected that thing now I am explaining you that thing at the time every function have their own specification over there. So that thing is unique in Python also. They will not they neglected that without argument without return type. So they will definitely get confused over there because the compiler is designing with the C. I'm saying that now C is the mother language and C have made that whole thing. So function is coming from the C, and every language the function is remains same. Okay, so let's define the argument and the return type. I will explain you right now regarding this, and I have also given you the data over regarding what is the function signature and what is the function definition and function body, a function prototype over there. So I think let's continue. I think and if anyone have any doubt, then they will ask. Otherwise, I will start regarding this topic. Okay, so I think anyone have no doubt. Okay, so come to the point. Okay, someone asking regarding that. So first of all, I am normal defining you something regarding this. For example, what is a function signature and what is a function body? For like that, let's consider take up one example for a function signature. You all have a bank account or you have parents have a bank account over there. But when you are defining that thing, you are like, for example, I have a state bank account and I want to withdraw something with the check. So as a check, I want a signature of mine, which I have submitted in the bank. So the that sign will automatically define my bank account, and after that it will give a withdraw data. Otherwise, it will reject that thing. Or like you said that the check will bounce over there. So that bounce means why? Because the sign and something is there which are not considered with my bank account. So that time it will give you that thing. So that thing a function signature means. So the signature is like that when you are doing something. What you mean by the signature? Signature means a symbol. So like a symbol. This mean a function signature, not a body, only this one, because this means that you have defining something over there, you have constructing something over there, you have said that it's already in your body. Okay, first of all, regarding the signature, we will define you what is a function prototype. When you are doing something, you are doing some project. In the project, you have defined something, some small module regarding that. So that's time when you are saying something, it's considering as that the prototype is define the whole project of your data. So let's define. I am defining def Amit, and I use this. When I am closing anything regarding this, that means I am define the function. I can use that function anywhere according to myself. If I'm calling that one, now that's mean they have belonging to something, they have existence over there. So this, when someone asks what is a function signature, sorry, function prototype, a function prototype is defined as you will write a function and close with a semicolon in any function. A function prototype. So function prototype like this. Okay, wait a minute, regarding this. Okay, but in Python you are not using this type of thing. Python have not considered that thing, but in other language you are using that. So what's the function signature? Function signature means you have defining something with their own name. Like if I am calling something, like I am calling wait a minute, I am calling right now, I'm calling Amit. So that time that I'm calling Amit, that's mean Amit is existing or not. When I'm checking, okay, Amit is there. Check the Amit. Yeah, Amit is there. So that's been a function signature. You have assigned that thing the same signature to a body of that function, because where you got the value, you will check with the function name as the symbol and arguments. So that time that's mean a function signature is like that. It's automatically calculate or check the data over there where it is existing or not in the code. So that thing is function signature. When you're calling something, it the process which help to get something, that's called function signature. At that time, you will check whether the name and something is over in the bracket are there or not, they are matching or not. And what is function defined? If you are not doing this thing and you have considered that thing only, they have no body. They are not run something, but they are not giving you any error. Like let's check this thing. If I'm considering this thing, wait a minute, I will check this thing first, then continue with the other one. So let's check one time. Let's check this thing and run the code. It gives you error. Amit is not defined right here. You saw that thing. But if I am saying that def Amit, I have no body in Amit, but I'm calling something. Is it existing or not? So let's run. Okay, this give semicolon giving error. Wait a minute. I think it will work. Okay, it was giving you a iterating body. So why it was giving you a iterative body over here? Syntax error. So in Python, it's not using this type thing. But why we are considering this thing? Let's me pass something. We are not doing something. Okay, pass function is coming over there. What is the method? What is the mean of that? When something come in the body, it directly where the pass is there, they will directly throughout the body of that one. Like for example, if a come in under in the function of Amit, and Amit and pass is over there, then the Amit pass the pass will throughout the a body to the from the Amit body, the a variable from the Amit body over there. So let's run this code. It gave you no output, but right now it's not giving you any error. So why? Because we have defined something over there. They have a existing value. Okay, so that means you have defined this is a function signature over there. You are passing some signature. When Amit calling, Amit get over there and run the body, whole body. Body is under the Amit. If you are not checking the Amit, then it will give you error. But what is defined? What you mean by the functional prototype? In Python, I think a function prototype is not doing such a beautiful work, because in Python 2 you have used a semicolon. At that time when you are using try this in 2, you definitely get the output, because in 2 we have using semicolon. So if I am declaring this thing and I am using, I think let me check is it working or not. It give you error, right? But check this thing over there. So at the time you will define that thing is a prototype. You have said that this thing is existing in the whole program. So main thing is that I think you will got regarding this of what is your function prototype and what is the function signature. Is it clear or not? I think is it clear now? Yeah. Okay. So let's come to the point of Kranti. Kranti said, "Yes, sir. Can you please define what is a argument and what is a return type?" Okay. So when you define something, like for example, you are defining a function and you pass any variable in the body of this function. Let's say, example, I'm passing a is equal to 10. So this time a is like a parameter. A is a variable. Variable. Okay, and in this, when you are passing something, like if you're passing n over here, so this time this call argument, because when something passing in the body, that's called an argument. Okay, anything, any type of things you have passing or getting some from somewhere other, or you have defining in the body of the you have you this is a parameter, or we say the parameter. Parameter is like in like for example, if we have say that find the area of anything and find the parameter of that. Parameter is at the outermost boundary of this, that the whole body covered it which thing. So this is called a parameter over there, an argument also. Come to the data type, sorry, return type. So in another language, when you in Python itself, a return type is there, but I'm saying that the Python consider a return type, return value, return value over there. They will automatically get returned that whole value. But in another language, when you are defining something, like for example, if val is equal to 10 plus 20. Okay, so as a 10 plus 20, when you are defining, oh wait a minute, wait a minute, let me, sorry for that. Actually, when you are defining something in another language, so when you're returning something, you have passed some output, right? Val having value 30, and I want a val as a print output. So in another language, like let's take an example of C. So in C, when you are returning that thing, or in C++, you are returning something, you declare a body. After declaring a body, uh, you have passed one data type over here. So data type is defined with the argument we have passing or you want to print. Right now, val is in the form of input. Sorry, it is in form of integer. So we have passed this thing. So int name of the function. That's means you're passing and you're getting the data according to your result. So that thing is a return type. Which type of data you are returning? You are returning integer type. So you have declared that data type, and that's been a return type over there. So I think this is clear also. Voice is breaking. Is it? Kranti, is it clear to you? Kranti, are you there? Okay. Okay, Priya. Not a big issue. So, we have completed the whole function, and right now we want to complete one normal part of a loop, a while loop, because we have completed for loop in the previous session, and right now we have considering that thing, that loop. So let's come. Anyone have any doubt regarding the whole function that I am teaching right now? Then you will ask right here. Okay, those who are presenting right here, please comment in the chat box. Let me take a type of attendance over there, so I will remember that thing. Those who are presenting and attending the session. A small conclusion statement for different type of function. Okay, Gija, we'll take this thing. Okay, that's definitely true regarding the point of view. So let's come to the point. Come to the while loop. Let's take a while loop regarding here. So where the while loop, where the while loop. Because we want to start with while and the while loop right now. Okay, I think in the note I have while loop or not. Yeah, there's a while loop. Got the while loop over there. So let's come to the while loop. Okay, a while loop is normally in the basis of normal language. We have considered that thing. A while loop is also type of a loop which have concluded that thing where you have get the data in a sequence manner or not. So there's a different syntax regarding that. So which type of syntax we have used a while, which is while, and while we have giving a condition. In condition, we want to declare something like I is equal to 0, or here initialize any give any value, and after that statement you want to pass, this type of statement you want to pass, and after that uh, I0 to 0 and give any value a statement. After that you want to give increment decrement regarding. So in while loop, they will consider beautiful things regarding that. They have first check the condition, then come to body. But in for loop, they first initialize and then check the condition. It's the difference between the for loop and while loop. And if you are asking something regarding that, and if I'm saying that which give you accuracy, the while loop give you a right accuracy over there, because the while loop is considered first checking the value, and they have a less number of at any time it will give you a faster output. So in while we have most time every programmer consider while loop, but if you are using indexing value over there, so you have used the for loop over there. So let's come to the while loop. And for loop, I explained you that they are not using the indexing value, but in another language we are using the indexing of the for loop. In the for loop we are using indexing, but in Python we are not. But in we have considered, when we consider a while loop, in while loop basically we have considered the same thing. We have considered while testing and that thing. Like for example, if we are taking this thing in Python, this is a normal syntax for the while. some testing like and it's more than point, but I want to define that the value of n is equal to this way, so it's continuous improve. Let's define 5. So 5 is smaller than 3, it's give you error. Let's give it 2. And after giving 2, increment or decrement. I want to decrement over there. Yeah. And after that, you have used this thing. So let's remove this one and run this thing. Am I audible or not? Why is this? A minute. Wait a few minutes. I think there's a network problem. Yeah, I know, but wait a minute. Some problems regarding this. Let me check. It take us few seconds regarding this. Sorry, few minutes regarding this. Let me check. Now is it, my voice is audible or not? Or is there any issue regarding this? This I want to run this code in the Python. This is syntax for the Python. Okay, it's giving something error over there. Where it's giving me error? I do not get any error regarding this. Let's run again. It's giving n minus minus error. Okay, why it gives you n minus minus error? Is it something wrong? Let me check it. This font n is equal to n minus 1. Okay, Python, we are not using that concept of plus plus and that thing. Okay, n is not defining yet. So n is not defining yet. That means you have defined and in the global globally. So define that thing. You can change the value over here also. So that's not a big issue. It's giving you output 0. It's not stopping right now. Why it's not stopping? Is it thing? Oh yeah, n is every time is smaller than that one. So that condition every time it's giving you true. But if we increase this thing and give you output, it give you only one output over there. So that's time. That means you are considering that thing in the indexing value, and you can consider that thing. So in while loop, you are not also considering a indexing value. You directly only use that thing as a conditionally statement. Like if I'm saying and equal to true and equal to 0, okay, over there, and n equal to 0 at that time. So we are only checking that condition again and again. That's when it give you error. Okay, it's not giving any error, but it's not giving you any output because this checking the condition is true and false manner. They are not considering with the indexing value. They are directly considered that thing in the format of which we have, or is this true or not false. Because if it's true, then it will run their whole body. Otherwise, it does not run their whole body. Because if I'm right now, if I here n equal to 0, at that time n is equal to 0 and n is 2 right there. But that thing is different when n is equal to 2 and n is equal to 0. At the time, the value is giving you not true. So that time it's not coming to the body. But if I want to run this thing, that's give you error because n is not defining. So let's define this thing and check whether the whole thing is not working on properly or not. Because how and after this, yeah, it's good internet. So how I can stop this thing? Check this. I think now I am audible, or there's a lagging of the voice. So let's consider this thing again in the practical way. So I think now I am audible to everyone. So let's take this example as we are using a break condition over here. Break condition means that you are considered in the body, and after that break, you have stopped the while loop. If the condition is true again, that's not mean for this time. In the while in break, when you are using break over there, it will stop after only one running of statement. After running one time, and it will give you the whole thing as out. So let's come to the another one, like a continuous statement, where the continuous statement is running. A continuous statement, this means I am using a continue. That's mean, like example, I am printing something over here. Print again, hello Amit. So hello is there, Amit is there. But if I'm using continuous statement, it definitely run the code, but it's not execute this thing, because continue means after before the continue it execute everything, after that it cannot execute anything. So let's run this code. Okay, you saw that this thing, it gives you the continuous hello, not giving. But if I am removing the continuous statement over here, it gives you continuously hello Amit, hello Amit, hello Amit, hello Amit. Hello Amit, hello Amit, hello Amit, hello Amit, hello Amit, hello Amit. You saw that thing again. So continue means it's exit after that body, after that continue, it remove that thing, it not consider that thing, and it continues using that loop again and again. Or in another thing, you also say that continue is like skipping one step and then look forward. But what about the pass? If I am using a pass over here, like pass, in pass it's also working right now. But if I'm using break over here, na, it does not do anything. It's not executing something because I'm using break over there. But in pass is like something, it's passing with a value. Like for example, passing a value, not a passing value. It means that you have directly go to that thing, and if you are not doing giving some body over there, you can pass that thing. That means you have considered that thing as a normal function signature. Sorry for that. I'm forgot about that thing. Check this thing. When I am using right now, I'm not using any function, but when I am using something, it's giving me hello and hello and hello and continuously. But if I am using right here, I am using continue. You got the continue. You only got the hello, 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 hello. That's mean a print statement before the continue. You execute everything, but it after that if the statement is there, they will pass on that thing, or they will move forward over there for the loop. Not consider that statement. And what about regarding pass? Why we are using pass? Pass means that like for example, pass means that you are using a while loop, and at this time when you run this code, it will give you error. So if you are not giving any body to this one, you will pass over there, it cannot give you any error. It's not giving error and run the code, and after the running code there is no output. So when you are defining a function signature in Python, definitely you use def, mit, and pass. That means a function prototype over there. That means only body, we have no body and we have only the pass help you to remove the body over there and it execute the program. I think everything is clear you right now. Everything is clear right now. Any other questions regarding this? Yeah, it's a result itself. Look in advance, it is only consider that thing again and again, again, because I am running that thing according to that. Because if I am using that thing, it helps you to know about the continue as well as the past statement over there. So thank you so much for the today's session regarding this. If you have any doubt, we will give you the link to the tomorrow session, doubt session, and you will join there and you will ask over there. So thank you guys.